Show me where Pippity Pop is.
Pippity Pop.
Where is your sister?
Sister.
Where is your little sister? Can you show me?
Show me.
Yeah, can you give sister a kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good boy. Do you love your sister? And welcome to week 22 of my pregnancy. So I just had to throw in that little video of Alex giving a kiss to his little sister. You probably saw that we call her Pippity Pop. I probably haven't mentioned that before, but that's our little nickname for her, is Pippity Pop, until we have her real name established. And so when I was pregnant with Alex, he was Bebop, and now this is Pippity Pop. It's been really sweet because I've been trying to explain to him what's going on. Like, he's 20 months old and he's a really smart kid, but I'm still not sure if he quite understands. Like, we have a book called Waiting for Baby, and it's about a little boy whose mom is pregnant, and she ends up giving birth to a baby sister. And so, you know, lots in common that Alex has with this book, and he loves it. He always brings it up to me and says, "Waity baby," which is how he asked for me to read the book to him. And so I think he understands, and we have this little routine that is my intro video, where when he's done with his meal, I take his tray off after I clean him up and everything, and I give him a hug, and then I always say, "Where's baby sister?" And I always have him give her a kiss. And so he might understand because he knows to kiss my belly, and it's really, really sweet. But I'm still not sure if he fully comprehends what that means. But anyway, yeah, so the big thing for this last week was that I had another ultrasound. You know, the main reason I went was to have the doctor check on my hematoma to make sure that it's still shrinking. And last time I was in there saying, let's check it every 4 weeks, just to keep an eye on it and make sure it's still shrinking. So they looked in there, and they also ended up doing a little bit more of an anatomy scan. Like, there were a few things that, you know, since I was 18 weeks before, and now I'm 22, there were a few things that they missed, or that, you know, she was still small enough that they couldn't quite see a few, like, organs and stuff clearly. So the tech spent a little time getting a little bit more detail on that, and everything looked perfect. She's beautiful, she's healthy. And other good news is that, you know, I mentioned that I had a placenta previa before, meaning that the placenta was at least partially covering the cervix. And they told me that when they noted that before, my uterus was contracting, which made it go down over the cervix more than it normally does. And that was at 18 weeks. And so they checked the placenta, and they said, oh yeah, it's moved way out of the way. Like, you're in the clear, you're good to go. So that's a relief. That's good to know that I won't have to worry about that anymore anyway. And then the biggest good news is that they were looking around, they were trying to find the hematoma, and it was not in the place where it was last time. And so, you know, because they were looking kind of down low, like where it was before, and they couldn't find it. There was no big dark black spot like they saw the last couple times. And so we're like, did it completely go away? And then finally, when she was looking at something else in the very back top of my uterus, she's like, oh, I think it moved up here. And it looks like basically, you know, she obviously, the tech can't tell me all this, but when the doctor came back, she explained all this. She said, so what it looks like is that all of the fluid, I'm sorry, this is TMI and kind of gross, but I'm going to tell you anyway. But all of the fluid from the hematoma has completely been reabsorbed by your body. So that's awesome. And what's left though is like, just like all of the solid mass, just like a bunch of like dried up clump of red blood cells and other stuff, I guess. I know it's really gross. She said it's probably just kind of like this gelatinous mass, like, I don't know, like almost like a piece of liver or something. And it's definitely shrunk and it moved. And she said she had never seen this happen before, but it moved from the bottom of my uterus all the way up back and in the top. So it's like this little mass is just like totally out of the way now. And so she says, I've never seen that before, but that's good news. It's awesome that it did that because that really reduces your risk of preterm labor because it's no longer by the cervix. Because if it's by the cervix, then there's a much greater chance of bacteria getting in there and it causing infection. But if it's way up and top and away from the cervix, like that greatly reduces that chance of preterm labor. So that is awesome news. Definitely an answered prayer. And I guess my body is acting in a slightly strange way since she had never seen that happen before, but hey, I'll take it. So the awesome part about all of that is she says you can resume all normal activity. Woohoo! So that means I am off pelvic rest. I mean, I was off modified bed rest before, but she's like, yeah, you can start exercising again. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. So I don't have to worry as much now about lifting Alex. Like, I'm still trying to limit it, you know, somewhat, just because he's getting so heavy and I'm getting bigger and it's just kind of awkward now. But like, I'm not feeling guilty now when I need to lift him onto the changing table, lift him into his high chair. Like, it's so nice to not have to worry about that. You totally don't realize, like, you know, just the little things that you take for granted in your ability to pick up your child on a daily basis. Like, you do it a lot. Not being able to do it really made me thankful to have that ability back. So yeah, and she said that I could start exercising again. Oh my God, I basically haven't exercised this pregnancy. I did really early in the pregnancy, and then I was feeling so sick and tired that I just rarely got out there, and then I was on bed rest. And let me tell you, I have gotten so out of shape being so inactive the last couple months. So I'm really glad that I can at least start introducing some form of exercise again. I don't want to just like totally jump in and like go all out and start running or doing something crazy like that. I definitely want to ease back in slowly and let my body adjust because I wouldn't want to do something drastic and have that cause preterm labor or something. So basically this is my plan. I am going to try to walk on almost all the days that it's not raining outside. Looks like I'm looking out today. We're actually getting some blue sky today. But yeah, my plan is once Alex wakes up from his nap in the afternoons, I'm going to put him in the stroller and I'm going to go for like a half-an-hour walk, a brisk walk, and just getting out and moving and getting some fresh air, even though it's been really cold. It's just so nice to be able to get out and move again. And like I said before, like I tend to gain a lot of weight when I'm pregnant. It's just the way I am. But I am trying to moderate it somewhat. Like I had a bit of a shock this last week. I think baby girl had a huge growth spurt because I'm really popping out, and I was starving all the time. Let's see, the week before I gained 4 pounds, and then last week I gained 2 pounds. Oh my gosh. So it's like 6 pounds in 2 weeks, guys. And I am definitely like, I'm no longer the head of the game from where I was in my last pregnancy, but what can you do? Like, I haven't been able to exercise, even though I still have been really careful about like my portion sizes, and I feel like I'm eating pretty well, but it's just my body's doing. But that said, I'm really glad that I can get back into exercising just to like help make the weight gain stay steady. So walking is like my main form of exercise, but I do have a prenatal yoga video. My strength and my flexibility they're like out the window right now. So I really need to get back into doing that. And The birthing class that I took before giving birth to Alex was a Bradley class, and they have you do a lot of like exercises, just like simple exercises that help prepare your pelvic area for birth. So a lot of like, you know, on your hands and knees and doing like pelvic rocks, doing squats. I really need to start doing squats, even just sitting there in a squat. So I'm going to try to remember to do that kind of thing, or if I'm just playing with Alex, I'll just try and do it squatting. And I would like to go swimming. I swam a lot. Like, I'm a swimmer. I was a competitive swimmer in high school. So like swimming is totally my thing, but since having a kid, it is so hard because you like, I can't just up and go to a lap swim unless there's somebody to watch Alex. So my new plan for that is my mother-in-law is going to be coming over every other Monday now, and I'm thinking that would be the perfect time for me to go swimming, since she can watch Alex while I go. And swimming in this time of year is actually a good thing to do because it's indoor pool. Usually the weather this time of year is pretty sucky, so swimming is definitely a good option. So that's my new plan. Gonna definitely try and get a little swimming, a little walking, maybe a little yoga and my Bradley classes. So that's my new plan for easing back into the exercise. As for other pregnancy symptoms this week, oh my gosh, I have had some days when I have been Oscar the Grouch. There's just been some days when I felt like I have like really bad PMS, like I'm just snappy, like I'm getting annoyed by every little thing. And poor Bill, I have just been like getting on his case about every little thing, and like I probably have not been a very pleasant person to be around this week because I've been kind of grouchy. Not every day, but there have been a couple days when I've been like that, and whew, yeah, can definitely tell that's a hormonal thing. Still having the hip pain. There have actually been a couple times where it's like this sciatic zing. It's like where I'll just be walking and then all of a sudden I'll like almost fall over because it's just like this like stab of pain in my butt cheek, it feels like, but like in my hip muscle and the piriformis muscle. And it definitely gets worse from sleeping. I feel it most when I wake up in the morning. So I'm continuing to have Bill massage that muscle. I've really taught him how to find that one muscle, and you can really feel how tight it is in there. It is just all spasmed up in there. And I just have him dig his elbow in there and just like sink into it and just sit there for like 5 minutes. And oftentimes it will loosen up and let go. Oh my gosh, and I feel so much better after he does that. So yeah, I'm having him do that maybe once or twice a week now just for maintenance, and that really helps. And guess what else started this week? I started getting Cankles again! Woohoo! Yeah. So one of the reasons I gained so much weight in pregnancy is that I just have the body type that retains so much water. It's ridiculous. If I'm just on my feet for 5-10 minutes, like I look down and my poor ankles are all swollen up. I know it's gonna get, it's not as bad now as it's gonna be in the 3rd trimester either, I know it. And along with that, it just like hurts my feet to stand for too long. It's okay if I'm walking, obviously it's okay if I'm sitting, but if I'm just standing in one place like doing dishes or like whatever, then my feet really start aching. So yeah, and it's like I'm even getting swelling all the way up to my knees. Even like my whole like shin area gets swollen too. So definitely water retention, Cankles comes with the territory. And finally, the big thing that happened this week in Bill's world is that he finally got to feel baby girl kick. I was so happy he finally felt her. She's been moving a lot, and it's so reassuring for me to feel her so much now. But yeah, this last weekend, I probably mentioned that like my midwife is totally okay with me having my 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day, like half a cup in the morning, half a cup in the afternoon. But this weekend, I guess it was Saturday morning, I had just had my cup of coffee and I was laying there with Alex, and all of a sudden she started going to town. Oh my gosh, she was kicking hard, and so I called to Bill, I was like, Bill, come here quick. And so he put his hand on my belly, and sure enough, he felt her go doot, 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 these little kicks. And it was really cute, and he got really excited about it. It was really sweet. I'm just really happy that he finally got to feel baby girl move. So hopefully that'll be happening more now. And maybe once she starts doing that even more, like when it's really frequent, then I can get Alex to feel her as well. And maybe that will help him comprehend even more what's going on. We shall see. Just another fun thing we did this weekend is we actually had some good weather, and Bill has been in a busy season at work right now. It kind of goes through waves where he has these like really busy seasons and then it is a lull for a while. But right now he's in busy season, so he's working long hours, and he's working a lot from home as well, even after his long hours at work. So that's been really stressful for everyone, but what can you do? It is what it is. We deal with it. But I insisted. I was like, we need, I don't care how busy you are, we need to do something as a family. I am insisting. And so what we did, since the weather was nice, was we checked out this park by our new house. It's, just like 10-15 minutes away from our house. And oh my gosh, I can't believe we hadn't checked this place out before. It is so awesome. I'll put a clip in here. So we're exploring this park by our new house, and we are impressed. There are like a couple miles of trails that go through the woods, and there are like 3 playgrounds, and this one is designed for little kids like Alex. This is the dinosaur park, they call it. Dinosaurs everywhere. And who do we have over here? Oh my goodness. Are you on the swing? Is Daddy pushing you on the swing? Are you having fun? Whee! Yeah. We have another dinosaur over here. And a ballpark up there, and a lake down there. This is an awesome park. And we just kind of did a little hike through the park, and then we found like this other amazing playground. They have some like historical buildings and stuff up there too, and this playground that's like double-decker playground. It's like really tall and modern, and I think it's supposed to be like a train or some sort of old-fashioned something, but it's really cool playground. And I'm really excited that we found this, and it was really nice to just spend that time together as a family, going for a walk and having Alex play at the park. And I think it's going to be a fun park for him as he gets older, because it just has so much stuff there. They also have like baseball field and basketball court and like you name it, they have it. It's an awesome park. So I'm really glad we found that, and that was just a fun little thing we did this week. Anyway, so that is it for this week, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and if you would like to see more videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Upcoming, I am going to be starting a series that I have been wanting to start for a very long time, and that is a series on food. If you've been watching my other videos, you've probably heard me say over and over again how much our diet has changed our lives, and it really has. We basically healed, I'm going to just do a spoiler alert here, we basically completely healed our infertility problem. If you haven't seen our infertility story, check that out down below. Yeah, almost completely healed with this diet. And I also have had some other digestive autoimmune issues that have greatly been reduced from eating this way. So this is one of the other main reasons that I wanted to start my channel in the first place, was to talk about food. So I'm really excited to get that started. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll be doing that in the next couple of weeks. And I also just did the guilty or innocent tag. It was my first tag video that I did. It was just a fun thing to do. So if you haven't seen that, check that out below as well. And that's it. I almost forgot to show you guys my belly. So here it is, week 22 belly. You guys can see that all right from the side. And the other side, baby girl's getting big. So that's really it now. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.